and R&B.
615radio.com.
24/7.
Tap in with us, man.
What's good, it's DJ Right for you tuned in to Culture Forward.
If you ain't rocking with Culture Forward, you're moving back. It ain't easy, but somebody gotta do it. That's why your daddy good, but don't worry, his flaws are our expertise. Y'all already know what it is. Big four.
I do it for my city.
6. Tap in with us, man.
Tune in to Culture Forward every Thursday, 8 p.m. 615radio.thestreets.com. The TuneIn app, Live 365 app, or a simple radio app.
Hey, what's shaking, man? It's hard liquor shotty, man. If you ain't tapped in, tap in right now. You already know what it is. Let it rock.
Tap in with us, man.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy King the MC. Go ahead and crank it up a notch for me.
Hey, it's Kitty Quotes, man. We out here moving the culture forward with my dog Leo Dynamite. Tune in.
Yo, what's going on? This Leo. We live on Culture Forward. I'm here with Hambino Godbody, the father, author, activist, the violence interrupter, and the founder of the 200 Man Stand. Talk to me a little bit, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing fine, you know what I mean? This is my second time here. Y'all didn't get to hear the first one, you know what I mean? We had a bad mama jamma, so we're gonna have to repeat it.
That's all right. You know what? That means something better might come out the second one.
I really think my brothers just trying to spend more time with me, and you know what I mean? So they got me out here.
It was a conspiracy.
Rifle and pole me some Hennessy.
That's what it was. It was a real conspiracy on there. I feel like something happened. It was a setup or something.
OC behind me, Leo on the front. Both of them give me a hell of a contact right now. It's a conspiracy. I'm finna go. What's your name again, young guy? Lil D. How old you is?
25.
Yeah, Lil D been cheating and drinking alcohol, y'all. You can't drink. You can't mix your alcohol till you 38.
Gotta take it the slow way, man. How you last longer.
That's how you last longer.
He gonna tell us about the photo how you last long. I'm already here. I'm trying to show him how to get here. See what I'm saying? Gotta argue with these young about everything. I done proved to him I can make it 40 years.
All right, so man, I want to talk a little bit about Juneteenth. Obviously, we just celebrated Juneteenth. We observed Juneteenth. Talk to me a little bit about how you get to do it celebrating on Juneteenth. How you spend your Juneteenth?
You know, it was Father's Day weekend at the same time, and
right.
You know, when you're a father every day, you know, and then holidays, I don't really participate in them, but you know, I can't turn down no love. And there was a lot of love as far as Father's Day went, plus Juneteenth was the same weekend. So the black man needed uplifting like that.
That was beautiful. That was a nice combo weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
So actually, I want to touch on your childhood. Tell me a little about your upbringing, your childhood, where you grew up.
Well, I'm definitely a fatherless seed. I ain't never had a father figure in my life. You know what I mean? Born and raised in Dodge City Projects. You know, one of the most violent projects, if not the violent project. I'm gonna say it's the most violent project in Nashville, Tennessee history. That's where I was born and raised at. No father. Raised by my mama. And by me being here today and being able to express that, just let you know that I'm a miracle. You know what I'm saying? Because how this system set up, it's set up for us to fail and die and, you know, never gain any intelligence of our true knowledge and our true power. That's about it.
So, even growing up in Dodge City, I know you do a lot of community work now in Dodge City. Talk to me a little bit about the importance of giving back and, spending time serving that community now.
It came with my journey, getting a knowledge of myself. Once I got a knowledge of myself, I gained some love and some respect about myself. And when you love and you respect yourself, you can't do nothing but reflect that on other people. And then finally understanding what it is to be a man, and especially a black man, that comes with obligation and it comes with duty, because our people are already in these triple stages of darkness out here. So we need all hands on deck when it comes to moving our people forward in true liberation.
So actually, I want to touch on that a little bit also, being a black man in America, especially right now, with everything, the social climate right now, everything that's been going on, this has been one of the, I feel like the times where it's kind of getting the most media attention.
Yeah, because back in my day, we didn't have all that. this extra media, but like, you know, so we just gotta focus on being in solidarity with each other. And the other problem, as far as racist white America and their intentions for us, that's just that'll fall off, because they ain't nothing but our children gone wild, you know what I mean? Because we the original people of the planet Earth. So it's just our children gone wild. Need a little spanking or something. Get that in place. Karma got them.
Man, you know, we've seen that play out over the past month or so. There's been a lot going on, and now you're starting to see the brutality is not only affecting our community now, it's spilling over into the white communities too, because now they being treated just like everybody else. For the first time ever, I think they finally see what it's like to be treated fair and equal.
Yeah, you know. Hey, look, you know, to be honest, man, I'm so focused on myself and my people, you know what I mean? And shout out to all white people who standing up and being a real ally. But, you know, I've been so focused on the black struggle, seeing some injustice on some white people really don't, you know, I don't know what to think about that. That's something I gotta meditate on, I guess.
So I want to talk a little bit about the book that you wrote when you got out of prison.
A Black Woman's Worth. 10 Steps to Unlocking the Greatest Treasure.
And you wrote the book in prison, right?
All except for 3 chapters. I wanted to say I wanted to get free and put my free mindset, physically free, to put my physical free mindset towards that book. So I did 7 chapters in and 3 chapters out.
And when did you release that?
February 2017. I got out of jail June the 14th, 2016. And I ain't going back. Unless it called for.
Definitely not. But, so even talking about your time in prison, I know that you were very influential on your unit in prison, even down to the diets and the diet trades that you had.
Oh yeah, I taught them that they gods coming in there, and I had a diet tray under the Nation of Gods and Earth, and that messed them up seeing me get a diet tray, and they had to put the sticker on there that said Nation of Gods and Earth. They had to recognize that study as being true, just like they recognize whatever else religion other people believe in. So for them to see that was big for them, and for me to call them God, that was big for them, and they accepted their title, which is their true title anyway. And you know, when people ride around, they ride around and be like, I'm gonna kill this. You don't never hear nobody ride around saying, I'm gonna kill this king, I'm gonna kill this God. You know what I mean? So when you change the language up, you change the mindset up. Everybody wanna kill it.
That's powerful. So I wanna ask you, who were some of your early inspirations? You know, when you were growing up, who were some of your earliest inspirations? Who were some of the people that that you looked up to coming up?
The hell I look up to? Shit. That's messed up right there, man. I ain't even have a role model. Who's my role model? Laughing my pain, man.
What about music? What about musical artists? What music artists did you look up to, or did you listen to early on?
No, we listen to everything real on, whatever your mama played, but inspiration, I ain't get no inspiration from no musician either, though. Let me think, sports player, back in my day, Michael Jordan was the god. You know what I mean? He inspired me because I had to live every day, and he was bad on TV, but I had to deal with them projects every day. But, man, look here, man, I ain't had no inspiration. My mama, all I need to do is see her smile. If she smile, I'm good. If she cry, I cry. So that's my inspiration, helping her raise up my sister. But as far as like, you know, when I grew up, I do got a brother, man, who showed me something different. My brother JD. I mean, actually his daddy, because his daddy, like, you know, he lived with his wife, had all his children, and everything was family oriented. But yeah, everything was family oriented on his way, man. That was like, he showed me what it is to be a father. Yeah, that was an example. I learned from his dad and through them. Then I looked at him, which he's the oldest son, and seeing how he was raising his children and death of his children, and that right there inspired me as far as on something positive.
So talk to me a little about fatherhood. How many kids do you have?
7. Yep, youngest 19 months, oldest 21.
How old were you when you first became a father?
18. 18. I was 18. Had back to back. I'm talking about back to back like Drake, and and was still out here in these streets. You know what I mean? Didn't know what it was to be a man. Never was taught whatever. You know what I mean? It just, I guess that nature of God got us through when we can't even guide ourselves. But yeah, man, I was terrible, man. Just as far as, I ain't care about jail or death. I ain't care about none of that. That was a badge back then. I'd have went and did a life sentence with a Jew. Yeah, what's up? I told you I was gonna be up in here. That's silly. So to just make it through, man, I'm telling you, man, y'all looking at a miracle, man. Listen, this ain't no arrogant. I don't like arrogancy. I don't like boastful people. I don't subscribe to none of that right there, man. That's just the truth. I'm a miracle in Webby voice. We all are.
Right. But you know, talk to me a little about your story. Especially, I want to talk about like the origin of the 200 Man Stand and kind of how you came up with that, the idea.
Well, you know, one of my spiritual fathers or grandfather, you know what I mean, the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan, you know what I mean, he blessed me through videotapes in the feds. And him and another brother before him gave me that spark I needed to find out who I truly am and get in tune with myself. So when I come, you know, he had the Million Man March. You know what I mean? And I can, you know, I done seen me and a few of my brothers stand up and take on the arm, and so I know if 200 men can stand, then I just know the impact of that. You know what I mean? And when I say man, I don't mean just males. You know what I mean? I mean black men and women. 200 men stand, or any man or woman who for righteousness, because I ain't pro-black, I'm pro-righteous. So just to straighten that up, just because you know everybody think I'm a racist. Well, I don't care what they think. Hell, if I was a racist, looking at the history, shouldn't I be? But I'm not. I'm just about being pro-righteous because, you know, even your own kind, somebody look at you can mess your whole life up.
Right.
Pro-righteous, not pro-black.
I actually want to switch it up real quick. I want to play a game. I want to play a game called Dream Team.
Okay.
In this segment right here, basically the premise is you're a record executive and you're working with an unlimited budget and you're putting together one single. So I want you to tell me one producer, one artist being a rapper, and then one artist being a singer. Who would be your dream team?
For my producer, I'm gonna go with Bandplay. Dude Toledo just dropped his album, and that mother was, every song went down through there. So Bandplay definitely gonna get the producer part of it. And yeah, I would say Lito as the artist, but I ain't gonna say Lito on this one. I'm gonna stick with my guy Andre 3000, and then I have R. Kelly on the vocals. And I let them be creative in whatever they do, you know what I mean? Andre create his situation, and then Kells create his situation, Bandplay right there with him, making it from scratch, and then they put it all together, and you're gonna have the best song ever.
You want to get them Kells.
And I don't wanna hear that Me Too movement, cause ain't no woman on there.
Hey.
That might be on a song to just make a warrior, you know what I mean? Stand up.
Might be something. We got Kells, we got the Kells vocals in.
Cause if I added a woman on there, Whitney Houston going on there first and foremost. Shout out to Whitney Houston.
Right. Okay. Well, I want to get back to the questions real quick. So, talk to me about your work, your affiliation with the Gideon's Army.
You know, that was an organic situation, how it all came about. You know what I mean? I was working at the Hutton Hotel at the time too, doing what's that called? Banquet setup. You know what I mean? Set up for banquets and stuff like that. And I worked there for about 7 months, and somebody else bought it, and they wanted me to do my thing over again, put my paperwork in over again, and they found that I had a felony on there. They had to let me go. And the same day they let me go, I had a meeting set up with Gideon's Army, so it was all perfect timing. And cause we already was doing the work with the 200-man stand, me and my brother OC, Leo, CMR, Rifle, Carl, the whole squad. You know what I mean? We was already in motion. You know what I mean? I've been in motion for 11 years straight. So it all it came together when Rashida Fatuga had a vision of Violence Interrupters, who canvassed the community, and being a violence interrupter, that comes with the most important part of it is being a credible messenger. Cause when you come to the streets, you can't come to the streets no gospel, no backstabber, no rat. You know what I mean? Anything that the streets don't respect, you can't be like it. So you know, we credible messengers, which make it easier for us to have a word with them because we done lived their life and survived it. So that's what we do. We do violence interruption. We canvass the 37208 community. And we also do mentors in juvenile, prison, middle schools, high schools, and on the streets.
How long you been doing that?
For a year and a half. As far as with Gideon's Army.
And I seen, you know, even on your Instagram, you know, you're out there, you know, your boots on the ground, touching people every day, and not just, you know, plugging in sometimes, but just being committed to the community on a daily basis. Being a familiar face, I think that's real powerful. Oh
yeah, man. And listen, man, like sometimes we make it harder for ourselves than it need to be due to jealousy, envy, pride, all those things that make people bad, because like everybody out here preaching that they want the young generation to change, you know what I'm saying? But what does a change benefit? You know what I mean? And you know, you gotta get that knowledge to them for them to even understand what good is a change considering their circumstances. So like even in my position, you know what I mean? I appreciate everybody who helped, but it could be made easier with all the people that we have in powerful positions to when they see brothers like me who literally did a 360 and literally is the change that they looking for from the youngsters, then, you know, it seems like they will come together and put you in a better position to even be more effective to the people. But people sit back and due to politics, don't give you all the tools that they know if they gave you would create a movement of love, peace, and respect amongst our own community. So we make it hard on ourselves by not even being 100% loyal in the movement, because everybody want to, you know, be the ones to say they did it. Let that be known. Yeah, they sitting right here watching, they know what's going on, they see the guy out here working, I'm true to it. I'm true to myself. So this, what you see is what you get. You know what I mean? They see me doing the work, but they ain't coming together and creating that situation. They know what situation I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Whatever we need, more resources, more funding, all that type of stuff to be able to be more effective in the streets. Because I mentor so many children outside of my own household, and I got 7 children myself, so, you know, but I understand the sacrifice on my mission, so it's going to get completed anyway, with or without whoever.
So I actually want to touch on that a little bit more, as far as your relationship with your children, you know, just being a father overall, you know, and this kind of, you know, the time, like, how do you feel, you know, being a father, you know, and is it, you know, I can understand having to, you know, introduce a lot of topics early now because, you know what I'm saying, the media and it's already being pushed out there so early, and I know you got young children.
What topics? Well, it don't matter. Like I be, you know, I let my son see that George Floyd incident and asked him was he scared, and he told me he wasn't. And I told him never be scared. I said, you're gonna die anyway. That's the way that man died right there. You just make sure you don't feel no white man or no man, period. So I open up whatever knowledge that my children is able to take in. You know what I mean? And it's just as far as them go, you know, I love them, and it's so much to parenting. Just seeing them, especially when you get how many as I got, you see different personalities. Then them girls, you know, they gonna break you down. Yeah. So look, that was just metaphorically saying, man, look here, man. You know, them girls, man, you just want them to be perfect. You know what I mean? But I just give it to them raw. I tell them, you know, if a man ain't able to, you know, provide you with everything that you need, don't get in no situation where y'all arguing about what you don't get. So get yourself all the way together, and just whoever deal with you, make sure they respect your queenhood. And I tell my sons the same way. When dealing with a woman, you know what I'm saying? When you choose to deal with a woman, you know, you taking on a responsibility. You know what I mean? You gotta be ready to, you know, do your job. Cause if you're not, it's gonna create, you know, you don't never wanna make nothing bad for another person. You know what I mean? You don't wanna get in no relationship with no woman at a young age, and both of y'all don't know nothing, and you can't teach her nothing, you can't teach you nothing, when y'all can just be getting y'allself together. Because everything about our black nation, you know what I mean, comes behind a woman giving birth to the children on this earth, and she need to be in the best place mentally, spiritually, and physically in order to produce the children, the necessary children that we need to get us out of this situation.
So I want to talk a little bit about the, you know, how you feel about religion and just, you know, the United States. You know, I feel like the United States specifically has one of the strongest pushes as far as through the media with religion.
Well,
religious beliefs.
Well, with religion, this is how I look at it. With America, speaking of the powers that be, the ones that's controlling the government of this United States of America, I feel like religion with them, like they believe in, you know, Christianity, and they believe in a forgiving God. But you know what I mean, you go to jail and you get a felony, they won't even forgive your felony. You know what I mean? That'll allow you to be the provider that you can be for your family. So they don't even, you know, when it comes to religion with them, I don't think America, whoever running this government as a whole, believe in religion. When it comes to religion with other men and women, I just look at it as whatever make them better, then, you know, do with that, because I can teach them my course and my way, but my way might be too fast for them and they might crash trying to go the route I took. You know what I mean? I just, you know, when I first came into the knowledge, I used to bash religion. You know what I'm saying? But I was foolish with the knowledge. You know what I mean? And you can't be foolish with the knowledge. That's why they used to have initiates back in the day. You had to be initiated to get the jewels, because the jewels so powerful. You know what I mean? These tools so powerful that you can't be foolish with it. And one thing I don't do is I don't bash the people, because even if I don't agree with them, if I'm trying to get them to see what I see, I don't need to start the conversation off bashing them about what they believe in. You know what I mean? And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught Malcolm X the best way I ever read it in his autobiography, when he was sitting at a table looking at a dirty glass, and the most Honorable Elijah Muhammad put a clean glass beside him and told him, that's how I want you to teach my people. You know, just show them a clean glass. You know, meaning that show them righteous ways, words, and actions and deeds, and then once they see how you moving, then they'll start to see that their own glass is dirty, and they'll want a clean glass for themselves. So, to religion, let each be his own, you know what I mean, and we'll find common grounds later on whoever journey. Because, you know, I wasn't always where I'm at today. And another man's change is not on my watch, it's on their own watch.
So how you feel about the racial divides that exist?
Well, when it comes to, you know, through the history that I know about Caucasians on this planet Earth, you know what I mean, they ain't never in history been able to live in peace amongst no people on this planet. You know what I mean? Not even themselves. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't want to be, you know, in tune with of people, whoever represent this racist mindset, especially against the black man, woman, and child. I don't want to be in a community with those kind of people. So I would most definitely suggest separation. You know what I mean? And let us love on ourselves. Like, we don't, like, everybody want to be a part of what we going on. They don't even want to let us time to heal for ourselves. You know what I mean? You know, just stand on the sideline. That's all good. Let us get ourselves together. You know what I mean? And once we get ourselves together and learn how to love and respect and trust each other and live and push for each other and fight and die for each other and kill for each other, then we'll start allowing people in. You know what I mean? It's like you can't put everybody in your relationship. You know what I'm saying? So as far as a racial divide, you know, maybe we need to be divided. We need some time to ourselves. And if a people on this planet can't see that, then, you know, they must not know what's going on. You know, we got technology, so if you got white friends, you can call them. Hey, what y'all doing on y'all island? Just getting it together, bro. We'll be over there fool with y'all. Later on, ain't no hard feelings or nothing. They say we gotta get our together, man. Nah.
Yeah, so we gotta get it together over here.
Just, yeah, man. I mean, look here, man. I'm gonna be all honest with you. This is my physical responses to a physical situation. On some other stuff, I wouldn't care about none of this stuff that's going on because I ain't really in tune, and I just make myself to be in tune with it to be a difference maker. So, you know, I know people can hear my words and be like, dang, dude, just kind of straight up. You know what I mean? But I'm raw like it. But at the same time, I don't care about none of this going on. It's a balance, perfect balance.
So actually, I want to talk a little bit about your music. I know you also, you know, hell of an artist also, you know.
Man, I need to go, what dude that? The artist. I need to go find him. I don't even know who he is no more.
Man,
And he's still like it, man. I really ain't, you know, man, hey, I'm like it too, man. I'll tell you, we can make a beat right now and show you with a rifle on the ones and twos. But I just, you know, I'm just listening right now.
Who you feeling? What artist you feeling right now?
Well, really, man, I don't know, man. I couldn't even tell you like an artist for real. I'd rather say like Nipsey Hussle Pandora Station, or the Lil Baby Pandora Station, Erykah Badu Pandora Station, the Asler Brothers Pandora Station. Cause this one person, I mean, I don't know, since Soulja Slim got killed, man, I've been kind of like threw off balance with this music. But yeah.
Is that one of your favorite artists?
Yeah, Tupac and Soulja Slim off top. Ain't no doubt. Them the most relatable to me. You know what I mean? Cause I can't, you know.
If you had to put together a top 5, who would you put it in besides them two?
Besides them two?
Mm-hmm. Well, you can include them two. Include them two in the top 5.
Yeah, cause that's naming too many other people.
Yeah. That's
gonna take up 2 spots off the top. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go Pac and Slim off the top, then Jay-Z, then DMX in his prime, and myself. Till somebody murder me on the verse, myself. I don't care if I ain't off into it. You heard me? Hambino number 5 on my list. Go James.
Shout out to Shannon Sharp, Uncle Shay.
Yeah.
Is there anybody in the city that you would like to work with that you haven't had the chance to already?
Nah, I ain't interested in working with nobody right now. Nah, I really ain't, man. Then I just thought about somebody too, though, that I would work with. I'm not interested in working with nobody right now because music is not on my top of my priority list. But if I would be interested, okay, let me speak on that part. If I would be interested, I would like to do a song with. I'm gonna leave Lito out of this because I already done music with him. You know what I mean? But he you know, he'll goat down here with that music. He's the truth. Lito gonna get everybody a run for their money. Off the top. He gonna get everybody a run for their money. You know what I mean? I'm just scared enough to give his ass a run back for his. You know what I mean? But he just got that portfolio, so I can't challenge Lito portfolio, man, because that brother done built a bad portfolio. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I respect Lito off the top of his music. Killer Pablo had one of the hardest verses that I ever heard. You know what I mean? And then a hard verse to me is just something that I can relate to because I deal with music that I relate to. You know what I mean? Or what make my spirit feel good. And I do a song with Petty, you know what I mean? Just because he on the radar at all times. I don't know, man. I really ain't into music right now.
Cypher Thursday.
What Cypher? It's the Cypher Thursday?
Yep.
What'll be that?
I sent it to you.
Yep. We got the Loud and Clear Cypher coming back this Thursday.
I resent it to you.
I'm gonna get on that Cypher though. That's it. That's my thing right there. I'm gonna show and prove. I'm gonna have the hardest verse in the Cypher, whoever on there.
Yep. With the lost files too. With the lost files.
I'm just saying that for inspirational purposes only.
So I wanna switch it up. I wanna talk about your relationship with LT, General LT.
You know, when he got out of jail, we got out of jail the same year. He got out in April 2016, and I got out in June 2016. And once I had time to sit down and knew he was out and stuff like that, I already heard about him. I knew he was a legend in the city, so I reached out to him and told him, hey, you know, I know who you are, you know what I mean? I see you, and later on we're going to link up when the perfect time, and we linked up with Get His Armor. You know what I mean? I called him the General, you know, he did that. He got sentenced to life in jail, and like, when you see a brother LT, man, like, you can underestimate the power of even how to be a man like that, because when you go to jail, there's so many things to get lost in. You know what I mean? Besides making yourself be a better man and learn and growing and be able to lead and teach and think for more than yourself, like that takes discipline. You know what I mean? So by him even doing 20 years and not being led astray after they told him he'll never get out of jail again, that's just powerful in itself. You know what I mean? And he got the wisdom to deserve that title because I believe in structure. Structure the only thing that's gonna make everything move forward. Too many people want to be the same body part. We just need everybody to play a different part. And it don't make you no less than a man or a woman, you know what I mean? Because I'm still a general myself. But as this ranking go right now with him, you know, he the general, you know what I mean? Right. I'm on colonel status. I'm gonna play my part, you know what I mean? But yeah, the relationship is 100. For real. I ain't gonna go too deep in it, you know what I mean? Because everything ain't for everybody. But it's there though, yeah. You get 100 down and put on camera if you try to violate a brother that's doing the right thing by his people, as you should. Don't you ever take out one of our leaders who help our people. You know what I mean? That's zero tolerance.
So I want to play a game. I want to play another game. This game right here is called Joyride. So if you could pick any car, you know what I'm saying, regardless of money, you got an unlimited bankroll, any vehicle, pull off the lot and anything, what you getting?
I still don't know the name. I don't even know the name of the car. But it's like a G-Wagon with 6 to 8 tires. Let me see. The newest Mercedes-Benz truck with 6 tires.
According to Wikipedia,
right
Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG 6x6 is an SUT manufactured by Mercedes-Benz.
Okay.
An SUT derivative of the 6-wheel drive Mercedes Landway.
Shut up. Yeah, look, for sure. The Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG 6x6. Yeah, that'll be my, look at that thing right there, man.
Ah, yeah.
Huh?
That's like it's war ready.
Come on, man.
Yeah. That's a whole utility vehicle for real.
Bro.
Oh yeah. That's what I say for my dream car.
Yeah.
Exact same car.
Yeah, that's a whole utility vehicle for real.
Yeah, get that thing, yeah. Put that bulletproof on there. We ready to go bomb proof at the bottom.
Okay. So I'm gonna play another game. real quick. This one right here is called word association. I'm gonna say a word.
I know my mama finna come about me now. She'll say anything.
So I'm gonna say a word, a phrase, and you just say the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
The first one is social media.
Every time I hear that word, I just think of like therapy or mental health issues. Cause people are what they post, you know what I mean? It's, you know, there's some about whatever a person posts has something to do with, you know, what they relate to in their mind, and then in their ways, words, and actions. So, you know, you can be all you want to be on social media, but you know, people expose themselves for who they are at the same time, and it just let us know, whoever watching with some intelligence, we got mental health issues we need to get addressed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or social media could also be the new black news, the truest news that we can get come off social media.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. That's one thing about it. They be censoring that too, though. Damn.
Yeah.
A lot of social media sites, they start censoring content now. All right, well, I'm gonna move on to the next one. Racism.
White people.
Okay. NFL.
Hey, yeah, you know, it's so much to the NFL. You know what I mean? But I don't know, entertainment. NFL is entertainment. You know what I mean? It's cause we living in a world of sport and play right now. The black nation is at war. You know what I mean? And we can get caught up in celebrations and popping bottles and watching football and all that right there. And that's only a distraction for what we really need to be doing, and that's being focused. It's already, look, man, we messed up, man. We messed up because coronavirus was revealing, you know, because a lot of people ain't been in jail before, so they experienced being locked down on a luxury level. You know what I mean? And then them being locked down, it was just stressing out and going crazy and just, you know what I mean? But then when, you know, the rides done jumped off now, and it done gave people time to step out, you know what I mean? And the first, what we doing? We back celebrating. You know what I'm saying? We should be training. We should be coming together, putting a plan that's going to best benefit us when the day we go to cut our lights on and our enemy say y'all can't use our lights no more. Or the day you come to take a dump in your toilet and the enemy say you can't use our water system no more. You know what I mean? Or the day you go to Kroger, Walmart, Publix, wherever you want to go, and the enemy tell you we ain't feeding you from ours, we ain't selling you no food no more. So it take you. The lockdown was a beautiful thing for all the brothers who ever been in the penitentiary, because it was like, man, commissary is off the chain. We can go to Walmart, Publix, we can go to Grubhub, commissary is unlimited, you know what I'm saying? We can eat crap, what? So we enjoyed the lockdown. It was like, it's nothing. But, you know, but people who ain't never been locked up before, man, hey, man, say, man, look. We need to be focused on what's real, but you know, I done been in jail before, locked under the cell, in the hole, and I know what's real to me, you know what I mean? We gotta get all this entertainment out the way, including myself, you know what I mean? I'm gonna participate whatever it is that we got going on, just because I'm already knowing my journey and my purpose on this thing. But I'm ready for the, you know, the real training. We got Black August Fast coming up too in August. You know, that's from from August the 1st to August 31st. We don't eat food or drink water for those from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then we meet up every morning at 5 a.m. and work out. You know, that's one of our most resistant months for the black struggle. You know, that's when George Jackson got killed. That's when Nat Turner rebelled. A lot of our rebellion came in the month of August. So we go through that fast from 6 in the morning to 8 p.m. because we know it was a time our people traveled on boats and couldn't eat or drink when they wanted to. They had to wait on somebody. So in memory of their struggle and their suffering, you know, we do that in the month of August.
Put me on one. Put me on something.
Yeah, so I'm prepping. I'm finna start prepping in July for that right there. Cause it probably kill me right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the next one. Nashville.
New. That's all I'm gonna say. New. I ain't gonna put myself in no trick bags. I know I will. Nashville is new.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And I'm what they call a unicorn now. Everybody say that if you born and raised from here.
Wealth.
Wealth, knowledge, you know what I mean? Because you can't, I pick knowledge over the dollar because the dollar ain't gonna make your morals and your principles or your integrity, righteous. You know what I mean? But knowledge, the proper knowledge itself will, you know what I mean, if applied.
Music.
Kendrick Lamar. That's one person. I'm gonna say Kendrick Lamar right now, man. He got a few little things that stuck with me. You know what I mean?
That's a good sign. That's the first thing you think of when you think of music is Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
Cause it'll take a lot of meditation and thinking to answer that question though. Bob Marley said one thing about good music, when you hear it touch your soul, you feel no pain. Yeah. He said one thing about good music, once you hear it, you feel no pain. Cause music get us through sometimes. If you listen to music and still feel pain, I see, this just a revelation just came to me just now. Cause if you listen to music that's gonna make you mad and wanna look ugly and tough and kill somebody, you know what I mean? You listen to the wrong music, you know what I'm saying? Good music, you ain't gonna feel no pain. If you listen to music wanna make you look ugly and act ugly, you listen to the wrong thing, man. Trust me. Yeah.
That's the wrong music.
Ugly face.
So, I want to ask you about, black love, and especially, just relationships, black relationships. How you feel about black love?
I mean, I feel like it's necessary. You know what I mean? Black love is off the top. And then you got it's a group of people, you know what I mean, that look at black as a legal word. You know what I mean? They writing their own truth, but me looking at black, I'm looking at it scientifically, you know what I mean? And I know, cause ain't nobody the color black like this microphone I'm speaking on, but black represents the substance from which all things come from. And why I say that, because when you look up at the universe, that's what you see is darkness. You see black, you know what I mean? And that's where we all come from. We come from blackness, so black is dominant. And then love, you know what I mean, is a high elevation of understanding. That's why when Jesus said, love your enemy, he didn't say like your enemy. You know what I mean? Love is to understand, because once you understand that there are Caucasian people in this world that whole intent is to destroy you, then you won't be surprised when things happen like, oh my God, did he really do? Yes. It's really people out here who are savages. It's really people out here who are the devil in the flesh. So you can't be surprised when a snake act like a snake. Y'all want a snake to act like a pigeon, and you get tricked every time. So black love is necessary, you know what I mean? Because it's necessary to understand in your blackness you are dominant, and it's understanding is just the most necessary thing ever, you know what I mean? That's the best relationships on this planet is because two people have an understanding, meaning that they see things clearly for what they are, not to what they appear to be. They actually see everything that they got going on within their relationship to push it forward. So, a high level of understanding of us being dominant, that'll give us the power we need or the sight we need to push forward through all this stuff. Because all they gotta do is be like, sit in your house Indian style or you'll die. Be in the house being Buddha. Then they be arguing that ain't sitting in Indian style. Nigga f***ing it up, they messing it up for everybody. He don't want to sit Indian style. Trump just said, you'll die if you don't do it. Nah, man, we need that black love, man. We need that dominant understanding. that we are everything.
So I want to ask you a little bit about, man, you know, your video ended up going viral, but you know, man, a few days after, you know, the killing of George Floyd, you know, what was it, 5, 6 white,
yeah, like 5 or 6 white officers
patrolling on foot,
looking like a Happy Days intro. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody want to see no white police officers right now. We traumatized, man. And then, like me myself, I'm not going to expect my enemy to sympathize for me or care what I want to see. But you know, for my enemies that want to pretend like they don't know we traumatized, or pretend like we don't have no relationship with white police officers. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking to. Nobody want to see no 5, 6 white policemen. You know what I mean? Walking in your community where you live at. They don't do nothing but work there. Then they walking and ain't even talking. They just walking white as, not even white, pale as a pale can get.
And yeah, that's not even normal to be patrolling on foot.
Nah, just over there, just, you know, being devils, that's all. And I recorded them and it went viral, like 1.2 million views.
It's crazy because that, you know, especially right now, it's funny to see that something like that, just even something so small, but people tuned into that right now.
Yeah, for sure.
People definitely tuned into that type of stuff right now. And, you know, even in Nashville, you know, we still got an open case right now on Daniel Hambrick. Shout out to the family.
Yeah, for sure.
They still fighting the case right now against the Metro officer.
What's his name?
I'm not even sure.
Huh?
I'm not even sure.
His name,
Sure.
I'm talking about the police officer. He got one of them white names, then gave to one of the
You know, anyway. But you know, the police brutality, you know, that's one thing that, you know, this is nothing new. You know, this is something that right now is being filmed a lot more, and it's at an all-time high that's being exposed, and you see it being pushed through social media.
Cause they've been having this kind of hate for us, you know. Just back then, they was able to express it more freely. You know what I mean? And there wasn't no cameras either, so you know.
And it's been a lot. It's been causing a lot of people to kind of expose their hands too, in a lot of different ways. You know how a lot of people been kind of coming out and reacting and saying different things, and a lot of people been catching a lot of backlash.
Oh yeah, it's cause like you know when you believe in that power called God, Allah, the universe, the ancestors, whatever you want to name that power, and you know that power real, then you know that power don't have no opponent. And then if you believe in karma, then you already understanding that, like Thomas Jefferson said, he trembled the day that God's justice ain't gonna sleep. You know what I mean? Because they already knew what they were doing. You know what I mean? They gave you a religion, told you if you died and do the bad thing, you go to hell. If you be good, you go to heaven. Like Santa Claus said, you do good, you get toys. You don't get no toys. So they gave us a belief system and believing in a heaven and a heaven and a hell. You know what I'm saying? A place to go where you die. And they got the religion from the same people who raped us, murdered us, tortured us, did everything. You know, I guess they didn't believe in that hell. You know what I'm saying? How they gonna give you something they don't believe in? Because if they believed in that, they would not have treated us the way they did. Right. So they got hell to pay today. And God winning.
It's showing too.
Yes, sir. They will be doomed. They are doomed. And anybody who subscribe in their culture, who subscribe in their thought process and how they move, is doomed with them. Off top. All you gotta do is watch.
This city's been going up in flames.
Yeah, they're gonna continue to go. She just reaping what she sowed.
And I want to have a chance to actually touch on Black Wall Street. You know what I mean? And you know what took place in Tulsa. And you know during that time, that was something that a lot of people don't. I don't want to say people don't remember, but conveniently, a lot of people don't remember.
Yeah, it's just because, like, we don't have time to remember. We don't even got time to grieve because, like, once your people dead, when they first happened, however they died, you feel a certain kind of way. Then, the week after, you got the funeral, you feeling a certain kind of way. But, when your light bill overdue, and your water overdue, and don't got a car, can't afford your car, finna lose your car. It's like hard to tap into grief because you got to tap into survival mode. So like while Buzz being in survival mode, it's hard for a lot of people, not brothers like us, but it's hard for a lot of people to even wrap their mind around it because they gotta wrap their mind off what they finna eat next. They got us in survival mode. It's a war strategy. We got enough brothers and sisters out here, you know what I mean, to create our own structure, our own situation. You know what I mean, especially our celebrities. You know what I mean. But even if, you know, just the people in the city, for real, we got some powerful brothers out here, men and women doing some great things. You know what I mean. If we can just get at a table and see how it ain't about let's meet at a table and give everybody our money. It's about y'all meeting at a table and investing in your money that can build opportunities for your own people. You know what I mean? We gotta learn how to love each other and trust each other.
Yeah. And I want to ask you this, as far as within the black community, how do you feel like the black churches will play a role in the, you know, the positive shift within the culture?
I don't know, like about religion, man. I'm tell you like this. They had to close the church down because of COVID-19. You know what I mean? So like,
some preachers still been trying to have
faith in God. You know, and I ain't saying have that stupid faith. You know what I mean? Because that's what they gonna say. Oh, it ain't about having faith in God. I'm just saying like how powerful is your God? Like do your God perform miracles? But I'm already knowing. You know. I suggest people don't live in fear because when you live in fear, people have to control you even with a COVID-19 threat. You know what I mean? You more likely to die than heart disease. Heart disease kills 600-some thousand people a year. You know what I mean? High blood pressure, cancer, killing people way more than the COVID-19. You know what I mean? And you know, for those who immune system ain't able to battle it, you know what I mean? We're gonna sympathize for them and hope they make it through. And they need to take precautions on how to, you know, stay free from that. But for us, you know, it's like out here catching the flu. We done had the flu and pneumonia before. Hopefully we can fight through it. But now I wouldn't suggest people to feel nothing. Live your life. Don't live it stupid. Live it. Just don't live it in fear. Yeah. So like, yeah, that's what I need to go back to what I was saying because the black church, like, they shut down their belief system. They COVID-19 defeat God. So I don't know. I just like people like. You know, we ain't got time to wait on nobody. You know what I mean? It's all about being self-saved. I mean, you got to be able to save yourself.
Actually, I want to ask you how you feel about the Lil Baby. You know, that new song.
Oh yeah, I like. You know, Lil Baby got. You know, influence is a real power. You know what I mean? So when you have influence, you know that means you have the ability to move people in a direction depending on where your energy at. And Lil Baby got he got a great audience because his audience is full of the deaf, dumb, and blind young brothers and sisters that we trying to reach out here. And when he raised his voice and tell them what's right, they hear better. You know what I mean? So that was a beautiful song by him. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people been making songs. Then Lito came out with his song. I was like, oh, there you go.
Yeah. I'm talking about him, man. He finally came out. My brother came back with strong, man.
Yeah, he came back strong. Yeah, he did that.
I'm talking about, man.
He inspired me with that right there. He made me really want to write a song.
Yeah, I'm talking about brothers, man. I'm still going through that album. Like that's like I've been going through it. Man, I pretty much been stuck on it for the past like day and a half. But I've been going through it pretty much song for song, and like that's probably gonna be up there one of his best for sure.
Oh yeah. I went through every song, one through 10. 10 songs, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1 through 10. I went through all of them. He nasty, man, for real. Yeah. He's definitely a thinker.
I'm talking about. And actually, I want to have a chance to, you know, talk about another artist, another project. You know, man, me being a young homie, I'm thinking I'm putting, you know, my big homie, my OG, my big bro on something that the J Electronica written testimony project, you know. I hit you like, man, I think you're gonna love this. Check this out, man. I remember you hitting back like, man, I've been on this for like 2-3 days already.
Oh, yeah.
Like, man.
I had to get them scripts right there, man. I suggest everybody listen to the brother. And he got Jay-Z on there, so, you know, that's even much more of a blessing to the world because both of them know what's going on. They got a bag full of jewels to pass out.
Yeah, that project is definitely...
Yeah, something to go study.
Yeah. I'm still on that one. That's probably gonna be one of my favorite.
Especially when you start looking up names and things that he's speaking on.
Yep, and that's exactly what I've been doing. That's why I'm still on it, because it was stuff in there I knew, but it was some in there I had heard of, but I didn't know a lot about. So it was definitely some information I had to go study and look up. And I suggest everybody, if you haven't heard that project, man, go check out that Jay Electronica album. That's my first project that I've ever listened to from Jay Electronica. I don't know nothing about his catalog, so to speak, but that particular project, I
think it was his first album he dropped out.
It might be. It might be. That might be why it was so critically acclaimed then. That would make sense, because I heard a lot of people that had a lot of different mixed feelings about the project. Being it was so feature heavy, or it was so Jay heavy. So but hey, I feel like it made sense. It came out well.
All you gotta do is just make them a group and accept it.
Man, I feel like a lot of people like that. You know, we see a lot of group success, or a lot of teams, or a lot of people that just team up to make collective projects.
It wasn't feature heavy. He just had one feature.
Yeah. and I'm talking about they, and I like that. I like their dynamic.
Yeah, for sure.
Songs too.
Since we can't get it from Jay-Z and Kanye West no more.
Right. That was, I really like this even better, to be honest.
Yeah.
Me personally.
Jay Electronica coming about them lessons. Off the top.
But, speaking on music, I want to have a chance to ask you about your song, one of your singles, Jaeger Nights, with you mentioned Starlito.
Yeah. That's a song that I haven't put out. No, I did put on all the sites, you know what I mean, but I ain't promote it or nothing like that. But yes, it's a good song with me, Jelly Roll, and Lito. I had in mind just doing like a hangover situation, like the movie. That's a cool song.
The video, you were gonna do a video for that one?
I was, but I don't know, things happen.
Right.
You gotta get on the same page.
And that's crazy, because they just had a song on that project, on the Lito album.
Yeah, I seen that Dad Girl.
Yeah.
See, I'm on that. Yeah, for sure. I'm on this album for real.
Yeah.
And all them got girls. I knew he was gonna be a great father, though. You already can tell just how he was. And you can tell it was gonna make him a better man.
Well, man, I actually think it's time to go ahead and wrap it up. If you got any shout outs, any highlights, anybody you want to highlight, anybody you want to shout out?
Nah, I'm gonna say this though right here. For everybody that in relationships, I don't care what it is, brotherhood, sisterhood, friend, spouse, husband, wife, mother, daughter, father, son, all in a relationship that you can have with another human being. If you really love them enough to keep them healthy, alive, and out of jail. When I say healthy, I mean if you love them, speak on ways where y'all can eat healthy, and live a healthy life when it comes to eating physical foods, and when it also comes to, taking in that spiritual food, Love your brother enough not to get him sent to prison. When you see him do something foolish, pull him up and tell him and try to steer him in another direction. And most definitely love your people enough to keep them alive, because that's the only love I'm accepting.
All right, man, that's it. I appreciate you 100% coming out. It's been Culture Forward. I'm Leo. I appreciate you tuning in. It's every Thursday, 8 p.m.